Good evening. It is a cloudy winter evening here in San Jose, California, and you're here at the Cardinals' Nest at Mount Pleasant High School, where the Yerba Buena Aztec Warriors and the Mount Pleasant Cardinals are just about ready to give it a go. Both teams having what by the numbers would seem like an unsuccessful season. Neither team, although both teams are, as we see there, part of the East Side Unified High School District, both teams playing under 500. The Aztec Warriors of Yerba Buena come into this game off of a loss to Woodside this past Saturday, 56-22 in Woodside, with 2 wins and 8 losses altogether. However, even with all of that, they are in first place in the Blossom Valley West Valley Girls Basketball League, even with 2 wins and 8 losses. Mount Pleasant, on the other hand, the home team, also coming off a loss to Westmont, 44-22 in Campbell this past Friday night, and they are still looking for their first win, 0-10, and sadly they are dead last right now in their division. So here we go. And Yerba Buena wins the jump ball. That's Nicole Eustachio passing off to the left side. Now over to the left side. Now bounce pass back to Eustachio. Long shot. Won't go off the iron. And a drive now. Whoa! And she lost it. And we're going to get a foul. That may have been a reach in there by Eustachio. And I got the ball right there. Well, thank you very much. Daniela Cervantes with the inbound pass. That's over to Kayla Flores. And that pass tipped a little bit. And tipped again. And Yerba Buena comes along with it, driving down the left side. That's Annie Nguyen there. Now to Aubrey Lewis. And into the key. And an air ball. And looks like we may have a bit of a toss-up there. And it's inbound. Now back in and driving. And that shot's a little bit blocked. And the whistle goes. Looks like it's going to be a Cardinal ball. Now the inbound pass coming up here. And out to there at the post, jump shot. And it goes. And the Cardinals strike first. And that, I think, may have been from Perry Dizon. And now into the forecourt. Here come the Aztec Warriors. And another long shot in and out. And rebounded there by Daisy Leon. Now Milana Calabuso. And a quick pass back out. And another pass broken out. She's got to get out of the key. And passes it back out. Short and won't go off the iron. And recovered there by Aubrey Lewis. Lewis bringing it back in. Pass in under the hoop. Attempted layup there. Didn't go. Aubrey Lewis once again. No, I beg your pardon. That was Delfina Letiosa. Now pass off to Kayla Flores. And a shot from out of the corner, and it goes. And that's Delfina Leatiota. As it's a 4-0 run now for the Cardinals. Now Yerba Buena bringing it back up. Pass from the post, and she bobbles it. And now a drive coming there by Kayla Flores, laying it up, and it goes, and make that a 6-0 run. And this is very impressive. Now driving in through, and she lost it. And the Cardinals recover it again. Now they've been putting on a bit of a full court press. Cross-court pass. Driving, and it's blocked. And the Aztec Warriors get it back. I think that's Jasmine Lucatero bringing that up. Or is it Aubrey Lewis? I only saw the 2. It's Lewis. Now shot outside and nothing but net as the Aztec Warriors get back into this game. Now Bring the ball back up. That's Cervantes into the key. Deflected. That's Daisy Leon. And it's an 8-2 run. Here comes Nicole Eustachio. Stopping at center court. Now on down to Annie Nguyen. Now a long shot there. That was Jasmine Lucatero. And it's rebounded. That was no good. Now driving again. Here come the Cardinals. Pass to the inside of the key. And down. And again, Daisy Leon. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout called by Yerba Buena. The Aztec Warriors are coached by Omar Urena. And these girls, interestingly enough, have an identical home and road record. Yerba Buena is 1-4 at home and 1-4 when they're playing in other gyms. So we'll see how that record holds up tonight. As far as a quarter-by-quarter breakdown, what we're seeing is not a surprise. Mount Pleasant usually outscores their opponents by about half a point in the first quarter. Of course, we've got much more than that as of right now. Right now we have Mount Pleasant 10 and Yerba Buena 2. Maybe we can get that graphic going there. And the ball inbounded. Here comes Aubrey Lewis driving back. Now passes back to Eustachio. Now back to Lewis. Lewis, high pass, kind of lost it. And it's back to Lewis. Now back out, pivots, back to Lewis again. Lewis, crossover dribble. Now quick passing, and one from outside the key won't go. And it's picked up by Daisy Leon. That's Leah Gatihi. And there's Daniela Cervantes with the ball. And long shot there, and just a little short. It's off the iron. Rebounded there, and we're going to get a foul. And Gatihi is going to go to the line for a personal foul. She'll shoot 2. That one's just a little short. Gatihi aiming for the front of the rim, which is one school of thought with free throws. The other is to aim for the back of the rim. And another one just short. So not much luck there. And now here comes Aubrey Lewis into the forecourt. Out, very sudden pass there, and lost track of it. And we've got a little bit of a push. But the ball remains with Mount Pleasant. Mount Pleasant will be taking the inbound pass momentarily here. And there it goes. No, the referee is going to check out there. That's Daniela Cervantes. She's a junior. Making the pass. That's to Karina Barajas. Now back to Barajas. Barajas lets one go, and it won't go. A little bit off to the right. The save, it's out of bounds. And Yerba Buena will get the ball back. Aubrey Lewis going to make the inbound pass to Eustachio. She comes at center court, now into the forecourt. Now back to Lewis. Lewis coming to the top of the key. Long shot over there and off the iron, but they get their own rebound. Now back to Lewis at the top of the key. Driving, maybe going for a layup. No, but she loses it. Now passes it back out, outside the arc. Air ball, and it's recovered there by Daisy Leon again. And Katrina Barajas, or Karina, I beg your pardon. Now she's double teamed. Passed off now to Cervantes. And Leon in and out. Loose ball. Now still a loose ball, and it's out of bounds. And I believe it's back to the Aztec Warriors. With 2:25, we've got a 10-2 margin. Lewis inbounds to Eustachio. Coming into the forecourt, at the top of the key. Now a pass that's tipped. Eustachio gets it. Now back out to Lewis. Lewis trying for a long one, and she buries it. Three-pointer. 10-5. Holy Toledo. And now a long pass, and Lewis has recovered her, kind of intercepted it, I guess. Cross-court pass right under the net. Won't go. And Delfina taking care of that one. Down to the forecourt. That was Galtihi. Now Leon. Cervantes. Back to Barajas. Now into Leon. Standing and almost got a 3-second violation there. A little bit of a scramble for the ball. Now Leon up and won't go. Tipped again. Another air ball. That's the third or fourth attempt there. And finally, Yerba Buena controls. 10-5 now in favor of the Cardinals. Eustachio into the forecourt. Slowing it down, trying to work it in for a good shot. Now pick and roll. Three-pointer won't go. Rebound there by Annie Nguyen. Another shot. Double teaming there in the backcourt. Now it's passed. Here come the Cardinals again. High dribble there. And the whistle goes. And we're going to have a shooting foul. May have been a charge. I'm not sure yet. That's Aaliyah Gatihi once again at the line. And short. It was Bill Sharman, who played for the Celtics all those years, who said you shoot for the back part of the rim. And apparently she took the advice because she just buried it. So it's 11-5. We got less than 1 minute left to go in the first period. Long pass over there. Now long one over there and won't go. Scramble for the ball. Mount Pleasant gets it. Leon. Now coming. And too hard off the boards. Here comes Yerba Buena again. There's Lewis at the top of the key. Slowing it down, looking for it now, driving a little bit. Three-point attempt, and it's good. As Yerba Buena trying to get themselves back in this game. There's Galtihi to Leon. Deflected and into the hands of the referee with 11.9 on the clock as Mount Pleasant will retain possession. Cervantes with the inbound pass. Now trying to fight her way out of the corner. Drives and won't go off the boards. Here comes Yerba Buena with a long pass there and shot, and that is up. And that'll do it for the first quarter. Well, no lack of excitement there between these two teams. So we'll take a break. We'll be back with the second period with the score. Mount Pleasant 11, Yerba Buena 8. See you soon.
This show sucks.
What the?
Don't like this program? Did you know you could create your own?
Really?
Yeah.
What the?
First, there are a few things you need to know about copyright. Copyright is any intellectual property that is protected by law, such as literature, movies, music, and more. If you want to use intellectual property, you must get permission from the owner.
But what if we can't get permission?
Legally, you can't use it because you would be at risk of content removal and lawsuits. However, copyright fosters new and innovative ideas.
If I want to produce content, but I can't get permission for intellectual property?
We can use our own creativity.
Copyright! Just remember, copyright is all around us, which means I must be going.
Cool, now I want to make my own video.
Yeah.
We're back at the Cardinals' Nest in Mount Pleasant High School in San Jose, California. as Yerba Buena trying to get their way back into this game. Now they lost the ball. Fast start, and Yerba Buena steals it again. Here comes Nguyen. Pass into Lewis. Lewis dribbling back out. Shot from the post. In and out. And rebounded there. Again, a scramble for the ball, but Leon came up with it for Mount Pleasant. Now pass over to Gatihi. Gatihi cross-court pass over to Cervantes. Cervantes holding on to it, looking for a way in. There's Barajas. There's Leon. Passing off to Barajas, and that's blocked. And Yerba Buena comes back up with it. Rebound there by, I think it may be, now Lewis has it. It's an 11-8 game now. And a good give and go there, and we're going to get a foul. She may have drawn a charge. And at the line, that's Nicole Eustachio shooting 2. And the first one's down. We'll have some substitutions coming in. I'll catch you up on them as we get a little bit further into our game. And trickles in. So now we got a 1-point game as after a slow start, Yerba Buena fighting their way back into this thing. Now some heavy-duty backcourt pressure there. Now Leotiota. Now that went in off of the shot of Sanaya Jackson, but and we're going to have a shooting foul again, and I think that may be Jackson going to the line. And here we go. And that just nicked the rim there. That last shot did, in fact, count for Mount Pleasant, so they've got a 3-point margin now. Looking to make it 14. And they don't get it. Off the iron. But they do get the rebound with the save. No, it's out of bounds. And I believe Yerba Buena will be coming up with that. Aubrey Lewis making the inbound pass. Both teams now going to backcourt defense or a full court press. Rather early in the game for that, but there's a long pass, and it's in and out of the hands of one of the forwards. And here comes Mount Pleasant with a drive, and Sanaya Jackson burying it. And that should make it 15-10. Now back and forth. Here comes Lewis. Driving past number 31. Coming into the paint. Long three-pointer, and it's good. So far, Yerba Buena has been much more accurate with three-point shots. As a matter of fact, I'm not sure Mount Pleasant has even taken a three-point attempt so far. Some fast passing there, and somebody takes a spill. Okay, Leotiota, and it's broken up there. That's Eustachio, and she's driving. Now back out to Lewis. Lewis three-pointer, and it won't go. A little bit of a struggle now. No, they get their own rebound, and another put up, and that one's out of bounds. And Yerba Buena will retain possession. Much closer game than we've had in the past. In the second quarter, the average differential is 1 point exactly between these two teams. So we're getting close to that, and the whistle goes. I think we're going to get a foul. That may be a hand check. No, it's a personal foul. I beg your pardon. I believe that's Annie Nguyen on the line. And no. Too hard off to the right. No, I beg your pardon. That is not Nguyen. And also unsuccessful. Not a good night for free throws so far for either one of these teams. The free throw shooter was Jasmine Lucatero. I couldn't see her because her hair was over her number. Okay, the referees getting ready to pass the ball off. That's Kayla Flores, but now Yerba Buena is saying, no, it's our ball. And so it is. Lewis making the inbound pass, or trying to. That's that picket fence defense. Now to Nguyen, and to Lucatero, and she gets it. And that ties the score. That's the first time we've had a tie since we had a 0-0 start at the very beginning. Backcourt defense once again, and it's a bit of a scramble for that. Jackson now to Gatihi, and Yerba Buena will get the ball back with their chance to take their first lead of this game with 5:20 to go in the first half. Now it's a 2-on-2 in the backcourt. Cross-court pass, and it's broken up there by Jackson. Mount Pleasant retains, and there was an attempt for a layup. And a great diving attempt by Eustachio there to try to defend. But you have Lea Chiota drawing the foul, and she'll be shooting. So let's see what she can do. And yes, it's good. We'll have a substitution here. That's Perry Dizon coming into the game, and Gatihi coming out. We'll get it right. Second shot now. In and out. Oh, that's a heartbreaker. Lucatero grabbing the rebound. Here comes Aubrey Lewis coming into the forecourt now at the top of the key. Now into Lucatero. Won't go, and rebounded there by Lea Chiota. Now coming on a fast drive, but she lost control of the ball, and Aubrey Lewis recovers. And here comes Yerba Buena. Down by 1. Now taking your time, trying to work it in. Now pass off to the right, dribbling to the post, and an air. No, it looked like it might have been a pass, but the shot came in there from Lucatero, didn't go, and we're going to have another shooting foul. Another personal foul there. And that's Jasmine Lucatero one more time. And she ties it up. Daisy Leon coming into the game now. Akalja Carr going out. And they don't quite get that last one, but they do retain possession. Yerba Buena does, with their first tied score of the game. Now the inbound pass, bobbled a little bit. Now pass into the paint, and it's good. High bounce off the rim there, and Yerba Buena pulls ahead for the first time. Broken up pass now. Now they come into the forecourt, driving. Okay, there's Leon, tipped all over the place, but Kamel Guran came up with that one. Now a shot there, won't go. Rebounded there by Leon. She's trying to find an outlet. Passes off now. Whistle goes. That pass was caught by Delfina Lea Chiota. And it looks like Mount Pleasant wants a timeout. We wanted to give a special thanks to the Eastside Unified High School District. Both teams are from that district, and we are in the Mount Pleasant Gym, the Cardinals' Nest. So thank them for the use of the facilities, for their cooperation. Great job, Eastside. So with 3:58 left in the first half, we've had a fairly close game, much stronger for Yerba Buena in the second period. We did end the first period. It was beginning to look like a Mount Pleasant runaway, but as history has shown, Yerba Buena does tend to get stronger as the night goes on. And now they're holding a 2-point lead. Now the pass is inbound. And deflected there. Mount Pleasant retains possession, but it's a long pass, and that's headed downtown. And Yerba Buena getting a little bit of a break there. Coming up with possession, and that's an unforced error there by Mount Pleasant. We'll see how badly it'll cost them. Driving around now is Lewis. Pass into the paint, and it's off the hands of Camille Guron. And Mount Pleasant will come back with the ball. They have a chance to come back and tie this game. Now they're going to make it back into the forecourt. Here comes Jackson, and that one's off the glass. And here come the Aztec Warriors one more time. Baseball pass down to their Nguyen, and an easy layup. And Yerba Buena pulling ahead now by 4 points, the biggest lead they've had all night. Now fast passing there, 3-point, no, not quite a 3-point, but it's an air ball, and it's picked up again in the corner, and another long pass down to Nguyen, and another layup. And the Cardinals do not have an answer to the fast break of the Aztec Warriors. Cross-court pass, barely handled there, and it's good. Good shot there by Delfina Leitioda, the junior, number 21, pulling within 4. Here comes Lewis into the forecourt. Now pass to, I think that may be Nguyen under the basket, and the whistle goes. I'm not sure if it's a foul or just a change of possession. And it looks like Yerba Buena is going to retain it. A couple of substitutions there. Karina Barajas and Daniela Cervantes coming in for the Cardinals. And Aaliyah Gatihi also. Now the inbound pass coming in for Yerba Buena. And almost a quick shot put up there by Nguyen, and another one, she gets her own rebound, still nothing. Picked up by Leon in the paint. Now here comes Jackson driving, and it's deflected there, and Lewis got it there, and that one just a little bit too hard. And Mount Pleasant gets possession back again. Inbound pass, here comes Jackson. Now back to Cervantes. Back to Jackson now. Now down to Leon. And kind of an off-balance shot. And here comes Aubrey Lewis one more time. Taking your time. We've got about 2 minutes to go, and throws up a three-pointer and buries it. 7-point lead now all of a sudden for the Aztec Warriors. Now, there's Lucatero. Now, three-point attempt now. That was Karina Barajas, didn't go. She gets her own rebound and drops that one from just outside the post for 2 more. So it's down to a 5-point lead now for Yerba Buena. Here comes Lewis, driving around, coming in just inside, and she got another 2. Again, the backcourt defense being employed now. Double teaming there. There's Lucatero. Passing off to Gatihi. Scramble for the ball, and still a scramble going on. Leon fighting for it, trying to get a shot off. It's blocked, and the whistle goes. We're going to have a foul. Daisy Leon will go to the line. She really did an admirable job of trying to hold on to that one. So now we'll see what she can make of it. Well, she got at least one there. 27-21 now, with 1:09 left on the clock. And 2. All right, so good things do happen. Kind of slightly looser backcourt defense there by Mount Pleasant. They may want to change that if they're not getting the results they want. Yerba Buena will retain possession there. It's Camille Gouron there with the inbound pass, and that shot is blocked. But I believe she may have drawn the foul there. Jasmine Lucatero, this is her third time at the line tonight. And a little bit too hard off the iron. Under a minute to go now in the first half. And unfortunately wasn't able to get that. Now, again, being double teamed, that was Leon being double teamed. Here comes Jackson. Cross court, Leon kind of loses it, but now it's passed off there to Gatihi. Now back to Lucatero. And kind of a jump pass there, scramble for it. And Yerba Buena comes back with it. Here comes Lewis trying to get around Jackson. Trying to do a turntable dribble. Now shot from the post, and it's off the iron. Rebound there by Lucatero. Lucatero passing it off now. Here comes Jackson along the right side. Coming in. Oh, long step there. And Yerba Buena wants a traveling call, but they're not going to get it. Now another drive along the right side, and down. That's Karina Barajas there with the short shot. And that's going to bring us to just about the end. Long attempt. Are they going to be able to get one more in? No. And we're at halftime. We'll take a break, and we'll be back for the second half of this varsity girls basketball game. So far, the score remains the Yerba Buena Aztec Warriors 27 and the Mount Pleasant Cardinals 24. Don't you dare go away.
Oh, come on.
Whoa, what's all the fuss about?
Hey, Ned Neutral. I'm just trying to apply for a job opening, but the page won't load. What's the point of paying my internet service provider if they can't give me simple access to a website?
Well, Sam, that could be the new norm if net neutrality rulings are reversed.
Net neutrality?
Communication is a necessity, which is why the FCC deemed the internet a public utility in 2015.
What does that mean?
It means that the internet was regulated, and internet service providers couldn't block or slow down content that they didn't agree with. But that's all changing now. The FCC plans to reverse net neutrality and give corporations the freedom that they want.
What can they do with this power?
Well, that's the scary part. They can slow down any service that they disagree with, block news outlets, or bring your web pages to a halt.
That's horrible. We as consumers need to have our voices heard and tell them to keep an open internet.
You better do it fast, because if net neutrality is restricted, then you might not have the platform to speak through.
Why is that?
Because the open internet is a platform for marginalized voices, if you want to question large internet providers, you will receive a one-way ticket to access denied.
Content removal, information restriction, speed throttling? It's just not fair. The public deserves equal access to the internet.
So call your representative, contact the FCC, let them know how you feel, and fight for an open and fair internet.
Hello? Ned? Anyone there?
Welcome back to the Cardinals Nest here at Mount Pleasant High School. This is Mike Messner bringing you all the action here for the second half. I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that tonight, so far, you and I have seen two teams that do not look like teams playing under 500. Both teams have exceeded, in just the first half, the average number of points that they score in a full game. Usually Yerba Buena scores about 26. They've already exceeded that by 1 point. Mount Pleasant usually scores 24 points per game, and they've exceeded that. 21, I beg your pardon. So they've got 24 now. So, fairly close game tonight. We're going to see what happens in the second half as Mount Pleasant starts off with possession. And that's in and out of the hands of Lucatero. She does manage to recover. And now this time it's broken up. And here comes Lewis driving along the right side. And no, just too hard. And the save, but it's out of bounds. And Mount Pleasant will get the ball back. Fast start to the second half. Here comes Jackson. And Leon trying to get that a couple of times. Now gets her own rebound. And we got a little bit of a toss up there. And that's going to go to Yerba Buena this time. Aubrey Lewis with the inbound pass. And here comes Eustachio. Trying to take advantage of that screen there by Lewis. There's a shot that's recovered and pass kind of behind Jackson there, but she does manage to keep control of it. Now driving in, and she gave the ball right back. I think that's either Nguyen or Eustachio. Long pass over there to that was Eustachio there, and Leon gets the rebound because that shot didn't go. And here comes Jackson, slowing the pace down just a little bit. Now pass over to Lucatero. Pass inside to Leon. Now back to Flores. Back to Lucatero. Lucatero at the top of the key. Now trying to dribbles once. Now back to Jackson. Jackson driving. Won't go. And Yerba Buena coming back up with the rebound. And here comes Aubrey Lewis at the top of the key. Now passing into the paint. Now driving there for the layup. And I believe that was Annie Nguyen to widen the lead to 5. Now Leon. Now passing off to, that was a three-pointer there, attempt there by Kayla Flores. Didn't go, and the whistle goes. And coming into the game now is Gatihi. Lucatero coming out. Inbound pass now. Oh, and it's broken up there. And here comes Eustachio. And she managed trying to do a little bit of a interesting maneuver there. Didn't quite come off, though. And Mount Pleasant will get the ball back. Still looking at a 5-point deficit here. And Mount Pleasant may not know this, and they maybe don't want to know it, but they are now facing a Yerba Buena team that gets dangerous in the second half. They have tended to outscore their opponents much more in the second half, and that's why Yerba Buena that is looking at a 2-win season so far, and Mount Pleasant still looking for their first win. At backcourt defense again now, beginning to reap some benefits. There's Jackson at the top of the key. Now over, and that shot was way too long there by Liatioda, but that one went. And that cuts the deficit to 3. Stacchio walking in, bring it up to center court. Now into the forecourt. Now towards the baseline. A little bit of a loose ball there, and Mount Pleasant came up with it, but the whistle went, and it is going to be a Mount Pleasant ball. That'll be Julia Nguyen, who will be making that to Jackson. Now back to Nguyen. Now Nguyen looking for a place, pivoting, trying to get around there. Now to Utihi, but it's stolen and laid up by Annie Nguyen. No relation, I don't think. Okay. Now, here we go. And Leon with a shot, and it won't go. And Yerba Buena gets the rebound. They're not as much of an attempt at a backcourt defense there by Mount Pleasant. Now a shot by Nguyen, and it's down. Now a 7-point lead. That ties the biggest lead that the Aztec Warriors have had so far. And now driving along the right side over the backboard, and two players take a little bit of a spill. Looks like they're both okay. Too much effort there on what appeared to be a fast break. And we're going to have a substitution here. Jackson comes out, and Barajas back in for the Cardinals. And here Omar Urena, the coach of the Aztec Warriors, making a play call there. Now turnaround dribble. Now close to the post, and that one's out of bounds. I believe Yerba Buena is going to retain possession. And they are. So Aubrey Lewis taking the inbound pass. And the pass seized there. A three-point attempt, and it's a little bit too long. Recovered there by Nguyen. And now here come the Cardinals. Now pass there to... That was to Daisy Leon, I beg your pardon. That shot didn't go, and that one may have been off somebody's foot. And looks like Mount Pleasant may hold on to this one. And they do. Here comes the inbound pass. Now a cross-court pass. That's to Leotiota. She puts it up, won't go. Gets her own rebound. Now passing back out. Yep. Here comes Barajas. No, that one was short. And Aubrey Lewis quite happy to just let that one fly out of bounds. And Yerba Buena coming back again. Aubrey Lewis driving along. Now off to Nguyen. Nguyen driving into the paint. Now dumps it off to, that was Lucatero. Now Barajas now for Mount Pleasant to Leon. Now back out to Leotiota. And the whistle goes. That ball flies back into the backcourt. So we're going to have a substitution, I believe. And Yerba Buena will get possession of that. 2:54 now left in the third period. It's a 33-26 advantage for the Aztec Warriors. That's as big a lead as they've had. Now a pick and roll there. Now pass into the middle to Lucatero. Now it's deflected, blocked. And Mount Pleasant gets it back. Here comes Julia Nguyen. Now pass into Flores, or Leon, excuse me. And that one went off the back of the backboard. I think Mount Pleasant may get it back. And they do. Oh, and that's in and out of the hands, but they do retain possession. But not now. Here comes Yerba Buena again with a fast break. Pass off, and it's off of the hands of the charging Annie Nguyen. And Mount Pleasant dodges another bullet. Pass now to Leon. Now a looping sort of pass down there. Now back out. Back in at the post. And the whistle goes before that shot can come off. And the horn sounding, and Jackson coming back in. That's Sanaya Jackson, number 5. She's a junior. And Aubrey Lewis, along with Nicole Eustachio. And another pick and roll. Now out to Lewis. Into the paint to Lucatero. Short shot, and she dumped it in. Make that a 9-point lead. That's the largest lead that the Aztec Warriors have had so far tonight. Double teaming, and it paid off because here they come again. And it's to Lucatero, who lays it in again. Make that a 13-point deficit. And Vanessa Año, perhaps realizing that she needs to get control of this, calls a timeout. Well, you know, this wouldn't happen tonight. Neither the game nor our broadcast would happen without the cooperation of Eastside Unified High School District. Plus, of course, the teams and the administrations from both Yerba Buena and Mount Pleasant High Schools. Thank you very much for allowing us to be your guests tonight. We hope we're telling your story the way it needs to be told. There you see Mount Pleasant. And Mount Pleasant has been pretty much dominated so far in this third period. They are down by 11 with less than 2 minutes to go in the third period. And they do not have an answer to the full court press that's being laid onto them by the Lady Aztec Warriors of Yerba Buena High School. So we'll see what Vanessa Año was able to get. Now Jackson, and there it's intercepted. She ran into her own person, and Nguyen with the short pass, and it's a little short off the iron. Rebound there by Jackson. Now it's given off to Barajas. Barajas trying to get away from that double team, changing pace. Now in and out of the hands of Leon, but she does chase it down. Looks like it's still in bounds. I didn't see a whistle, and here comes Aubrey Lewis. Now coming off to the left side. Now off to Lucatero, to Eustachio, and the whistle goes, and I believe Eustachio may be going to the line. And it'll be 2 shots there. Or will it? No, it looked like she was going to the line, but now they're just going to have an inbound pass. I beg your pardon. Now it's in, and almost directly up. Beautifully done by Nicole Eustachio. And again, Eustachio intercepting a pass. And there's Lewis with the three-pointer, and it's off the iron, but they try to get their own rebound. Now it's off the shoulder. Now out to Aubrey Lewis. Lewis at the top of the key, driving now into the paint. There's Nguyen with the three-pointer, and it goes. So another 3, and a 16-point deficit now for Mount Pleasant. And it's deflected again. But the Cardinals will retain possession of it. That one was headed right to our broadcast table, so I was employed there as a pinball bumper. Now, Perry Dizon. And we're going to have a bit of a toss-up, though, and this time it is going to go in favor of Mount Pleasant, and that they'll get the inbound pass along the near side. Now it's over to Jackson. Jackson driving, and the shot went in, and I think she may have drawn the foul at the same time. And it is a shooting foul. Sanaya Jackson, another junior on this Mount Pleasant team. And now another attempt at it, again off the iron, and this time Yerba Buena gets the rebound. 10 seconds now left in the third period. Here comes Eustachio, now to Lewis. Lewis driving through the paint. Now dumps it off to Lucatero, and she puts it down. And that brings us to the end of the third period. A third period that was all Yerba Buena. We'll step aside while we prepare for the last quarter of this contest. Right now, the score is Yerba Buena 44, Mount Pleasant 28. Be right back.
This show sucks.
What the?
Don't like this program? Did you know you could create your own?
Really?
Yeah.
What the?
First, there are a few things you need to know about copyright. Copyright is any intellectual property that is protected by law, such as literature, movies, music, and more. If you want to use intellectual property, you must get permission from the owner.
But what if we can't get permission?
Legally, you can't use it because you would be at risk of content removal and lawsuits. However, copyright fosters new and innovative ideas.
If I want to produce content, but I can't get permission for intellectual property?
We can use our own creativity.
Copyright! Just remember, copyright is all around us, which means I must be going.
Cool. Now I want to make my own video.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Cardinals' Nest for the fourth period of this varsity girls basketball contest between Mount Pleasant and Yerba Buena. I'm Mike Messner, making my CreaTV sports debut tonight, and happy to be here as another layup and an 18-point lead for the Yerba Buena Aztec Warriors. And right now, Mount Pleasant doesn't have an answer to that backcourt defense. And there's a shot that was in and out. I think that might have been taken by Daisy Leon. But in any case, Yerba Buena will get the ball back. And here they come. Nicole Eustachio. Now she's driving into the paint. Now dumps it off to Lucatero, and Lucatero puts it down. That may be the fifth or the sixth time that Jasmine Lucatero has been waiting there for that easy layup. Great teamwork there by the Aztec Warriors. Now there's Daisy Leon. Cross-court pass, it's broken up, but Jackson recovers it. And back again, and it's intercepted, and here comes Nguyen, and back out to Eustachio, and in for Lewis, and Lewis too hard off the glass. Now here come the Cardinals one more time. Karina Barajas slowing it down a little bit. Now a three-pointer attempt, and that's just a little bit short, may have been an air ball, and now the Aztec Warriors have it again. Aubrey Lewis slowly bringing it up with a 20-point lead now. And pick and roll now. That's been very successful so far. Three-pointer now by Eustachio, but it won't go. Rebound by Leon. Now here comes Sanaya Jackson. And, had all the time in the world, still couldn't quite pull that off. Now we're going to have a couple of substitutions. Here comes Camille Guran. And Jasmine Lucatero, I think, back in. And Jessica Tran coming out of the game for the Aztec Warriors. Inbound pass now. Hey, and that's broken up. And here comes Aubrey Lewis driving along the right side, passing off to Eustachio, won't go. And now rebounded again by Jackson, driving along the right side. It's a 3-on-1. She's looking for it, got her own rebound, won't go. Second attempt, no, that didn't go either. Here comes Daisy Leon trying to save it, and Lewis getting it again. Here's a 2-on-1, and she shoots for it, and won't go. It's off the iron. Now she has to back up again, settle it down a little bit. She might have gotten another 25, I'm not sure there, but it looks like she did. Now slowing it down. Cross-court pass, and it's Eustachio, and laid it up. 50-28, Yerba Buena. And Mount Pleasant trying desperately to get this game, get back in this game, but they don't have any answers for this defense so far. There's a layup, and the whistle goes. That shot probably would not have gone under any circumstances. But Nicole Eustachio one of the key forces on this Aztec Warrior offense. And not someone who's not afraid to do the dirty work. She's been bringing the ball up and passing it, getting other people involved. Cindy Mendoza now coming into the game for the Aztec Warriors. And Akalja Carr, a senior, coming into the game now for the Cardinals, as Eustachio going for her second shot and makes it. 51-28. Here come the Cardinals again. Now pass over to the right side. Now back in, and again it's intercepted. Long pass there to Aubrey Lewis. Back out to Eustachio. Now, attempt at a pick and roll there. Didn't quite come off. Now just waiting. Now there's the pick and roll. Okay, now it's dumped off. And kind of a short shot there by Camille Guron. Ball's out of bounds, and Guron will bring the ball back in for the Aztec Warriors. And we have all sorts of buzzers going on here. And that may have been an expiration of the shot clock. So, here come the Cardinals again. Three-pointer. No, just a little bit off to the left. Here comes Aubrey Lewis. Now the Cardinals trying that backcourt defense, but hasn't been effective so far. It wasn't then. Here's Guron, gets her own rebound, and that one goes off the back of the rim. 53-28 with 4 minutes left to go. Now back into the paint. Short shot. That might have been a set shot almost. Okay. Now trying and letting that backcourt defense go for the most part, except for Kayla Flores. Trying to get that pick and roll again, and the whistle goes. And I think that may have been either up and down or may have taken one extra step. So in comes Natalie Ramirez and Jasmine Velasquez, and out come Aubrey Lewis and Nicole Eustachio. All right. Three-pointer there. That one won't go. That was Perry Dizon who had that. But they did get the follow-up, and now a little bit of a press there, and no, that won't go. But a great attempt there by Kayla Flores to try to show that she's paying attention. And there is life in the Cardinals yet. Flores. Now a whole fleet of substitutions here for the Aztec Warriors. 5 on, 5 off. Kayla Flores, a senior, one of 4 seniors on this Cardinals squad, and missed the second one too, unfortunately. So the Aztec Warriors will get it back. 3:16 to go. And here come the Aztec Warriors one more time. Straight drive down the middle. Lost control of it. And Flores clutching what may be her knee. And Coach Vanessa Año out there to see what's going on, and Yerba Buena players taking a knee. We're going to step aside while this is sorted out. We'll be back in a minute for the rest of our 4th period. Don't go away.
This show sucks.
What the? Don't like this program? Did you know you could create your own?
Really?
Yeah.
What the?
First, there are a few things you need to know about copyright. Copyright is any intellectual property that is protected by law, such as literature, movies, music, and more. If you want to use intellectual property, you must get permission from the owner.
But what if we can't get permission?
Legally, you can't use it because you would be at risk of content removal and lawsuits. However, copyright fosters new and innovative ideas.
If I want to produce content, but I can't get permission for intellectual property,
We can use our own creativity.
Copyright! Just remember, copyright is all around us, which means I must be going.
Cool. Now I want to make my own video.
yeah.
Kayla Flores, the injured Mount Pleasant player, was helped off the court by her coach, Vanessa Año-Nuevo, and I don't believe she will be coming back. It looked like some sort of an injury to her right knee or her right thigh, and Yerba Buena will get the ball back. Now the inbound pass, driving through, and she lost control of it. Aubrey Lewis now going back out to the top of the key. Passing out now to Eustachio, who drives, and just a little bit too hard, and that one is going to be out of bounds. And Mount Pleasant will get the ball back with 2:55 to go. And a mass exodus, once again, of Yerba Buena players, 5 on, 5 off. My sense is that Coach Omar Urena feels that with a lead like this, he can probably afford to put all of his players on the court. There's a shot from the foul line, and it goes. 2 more there. And I think that was Karina Barajas who had that one. Now they're trying to get the inbound pass, and now we're beginning to see a full court press. And that's Gatihi putting up a shot. Now that's bounced around a little bit, and Yerba Buena coming down with it. And here they come, now slowing it down just a little bit. That's Cindy Mendoza who had it. Now it's Jasmine Velasquez at the top of the key. Off to Camille Guran. Now she throws it up, and just a little bit too hard off the iron. And it's saved, but it is now, no. She lost track of it, and I believe, yes, Mount Pleasant is going to get the ball back with 2:02 left in regulation. The inbound pass there is by Akal Jakar. She's one of 4 seniors on this team. And there's Karina Barajas. Now a pass broken up one more time, and now an attempt at a steal, and Barajas gets the ball back for the Cardinals. Now she's driving along the right side, gonna take it herself, and she is, and it won't go. And another attempt, didn't get up there, now rebound there. Now they're trying to break it away, and the whistle goes. And we're going to have an inbound pass for Mount Pleasant. Gatihi there. And we're going to have a tug of war. And this time Yerba Buena comes down with it. No, I beg your pardon. That was Mount Pleasant who will be getting it back after all. Now the inbound pass broken up but recovered there. Now back out to Carr. Carr puts one up. Won't go. Now it's rebounded there. Okay, again, the backcourt defense, but it may be too little too late for Mount Pleasant, although Mount Pleasant had it and they lost it. And here comes Jasmine Velasquez, and the whistle goes. And that may have been a hand check of some kind. So, Jasmine Velasquez will be giving the inbound pass. Yerba Buena getting it. There's Cindy Mendoza. Now, deflected and out of bounds, and that may have gone off of Gatihi. Now Velasquez, the inbound pass, and it's tipped, and it's out again. Aaliyah Gatihi, one of 8 juniors, certainly being persistent there. Now cross-court pass. Now this time it is deflected. It's covered by Jackson, who takes it herself and lays it up. 19-point deficit. And again, it may be too little too late, but we are seeing an aggressive backcourt defense now. A full court press. Here comes Leon. And in and out. Now controlled by Yerba Buena. The whistle goes. Yerba Buena will retain it. And the Mount Pleasant Cardinals are on the verge of their 11th straight loss. Now driving. That's Cindy Mendoza. And now it's intercepted. Now Carr bringing it, driving it along into the paint. She goes for the layup and lays it in. Trying to get some dignity in here. And now another one's intercepted, and that one's off the iron. Now we have a little bit of a tug of war going on. It's a loose ball. And Yerba Buena will come down with it, with 15.9 on the ticker. Ooh, that one was bounced off the backboard, and now Mount Pleasant will get it. Maybe to get a little bit more dignity in this loss. Now passed, and a long attempt up there, and it's off the iron, but it's recovered. And again, won't go. Loose ball now. And Leotiota, and that one bucketed. And that will do it. So a late run by Mount Pleasant, but it wasn't enough to overcome what can only be described as a heavy pressure defense by the Yerba Buena Aztec Warriors. So the final score, Yerba Buena 53, Mount Pleasant 38. Once again, we want to give our thanks to the Eastside Union High School District for providing the use of the hall, the participation of the players, and the cooperation of the administration of both schools. Thank you very much, Eastside Union High School District. And Yerba Buena goes to 3-8. Mount Pleasant drops to 0-11 for a tough loss, but a high-scoring game on both sides. So the producer tonight was Luis Costa. Luis was also our director. The engineer in charge was Justin Cowgill. The audio engineer was Xavier Mesa. Guadalupe Luna did the graphics and will be doing the replay. I've been your announcer, Mike Messner. Had a lot of fun tonight. Our camera operators and production assistants were Jacob Velasquez, William Cavada, Yuvia Limon, Ricardo Banuelos, and Anthony Pack. Again, big thanks to the Yerba Buena and Mount Pleasant High School athletic departments, and of course to the Eastside Union High School District. This is Mike Messner reminding you, run for the roses, but don't forget to stop and smell them. Good night, all.